What's going on, guys? How we doing today? Welcome to another video. In this video I'll be showing you guys what hijackers are and how to get rid of them. So once again, guys, thank you very much for watching my channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel as I post daily videos about Amazon, FBA, and other topics when requested. If there's anything in particular that I have not covered, if there's anything you want me to cover and go over, please leave it in the comments below. Smash the thumbs up for this video, and subscribe to my channel, and let me know if you have any questions. Once again, I'm at the park. Beautiful weather out here today. Just look at this. I'm kind of loving this for whatever reason. This is like my third day in the row that I actually hang out here. I'm kind of making it, my office for the week or the month maybe. I don't know. It's quiet. It's nice. It's beautiful, just hanging out here. So anyways, let's get back in here. So in this video, I'll be showing you guys what hijackers mean, who they are, and how to get rid of them when you do get a hijacker, and how to look at, how to actually see if there's a hijacker on your listing. So we're going to jump on the screen here, and we're going to use the same example that I've been using for the past, 2 or 3 days now, which is the molecular model kit. I kind of like this listing for whatever reason. So if you actually look over here, you're going to go down and, look at this. It looks okay, nothing wrong with it. Look at this, looks okay, nothing wrong with it. And then if you keep on going down, what you're going to notice is, see, like right here, this one right over here, do you see how it says for used and new offers? So you never want your listing to say more than one, or not to say anything. Actually, you want it to look like this. You don't want it to look like this. If it looks like this, that means hijackers have hijacked your listing. So let's kind of talk about what hijackers mean, and why are they bad. So let's say you have a product that typically hijackers are from like outside of the U.S., like China or other countries, but they could actually be from anywhere, right? It could also be because you just don't know how to list your product, and then you just happen to, because honestly, it happened to me actually at first. The first time I ever did Amazon, I became a hijacker, and I didn't know what I was doing. I just didn't know how to create a listing, because it's all about how you create a listing, and instead of creating an original listing, all you do is you tag along somebody else's listing, right? And that's not ethical. And you don't want anybody to be doing that. Now here's the thing. Sometimes, like for retail arbitrage, which is something that I do also on the side, kind of, is that there's like a generic listing, like a listing by a company like Nike or something that's not being sold by Nike, just a listing on Amazon, and then you get multiple different multiple different sellers selling that item. Maybe they got it from like a Walmart, or they got it from somewhere. They did not get it from the manufacturer. They just sent it to Amazon, fulfilled by Amazon, or they're selling it by themselves. But anyways, so you get multiple sellers selling the same item, and that's okay, right? But if this is your own, like what I am showing you is FBA private labeling, which is pretty much finding a product that you make a profit off of. And in my niche, I show you how to profit $3,000 per month per each item you find, and putting in your logo or your brand or your design on it and calling it your own. Like I would, let's say if I were to create a molecular model kit, and then I would put my logo on it, BJK. Now it's mine. So when I create my listing, nobody can come and actually sell it, because if somebody is selling BJK and I have not licensed them, I could sue them, right? So in this case, what happens is when you see something like that, and I'll show you how it shows or how it looks in the back end. Also, we're gonna actually briefly go into my store, and I'll show you how things look on the back end. So if you click on where it says for used new offers, you'll actually be directed to the actual listing itself, and then you can actually see all the sellers selling this item, right? So when you look on here, what you see is you got this guy selling it used, so it's actually a used kit, and he's selling it for $12, right? So this is the actual listing owner. Where is he? He is this right here, right? The Hidden Valley Merchandise. So this is the actual listing owner, or the listing creator, or the whatever it is, right? So this is his actual listing. It's $18.99. But you see how there are other sellers hijacking his listing and selling, they're probably not selling the exact same item. They're probably selling a similar item. They're just using his listing. And the reason why people do that is because this person has worked so hard to actually rank. He's the first or second or third, I think he was. So he's at least doing, I don't know what I have to kind of look into the gist of this item and how many they sell a day, but this guy sells, I don't know, maybe 5, 10, 15 a day, and these guys are getting from his sales, right? They're just hopping on his listing. Now here's the cool thing about becoming a prime Amazon seller. So Amazon allows you to become or to list your product 15% above all the merchant fulfilled sellers and still have the buy box 100%. And buy box is something that I will actually go into tomorrow and explain exactly what it is and how to win it 100% of the times. So stay tuned. Make sure that you watch tomorrow's video. But I'll go ahead and touch bases, just very briefly on it, because these two subjects are very they're attached, right? Buy box and the hijackers. So a hijacker is pretty much coming onto your listing, taking the buy box away from you. But for you to become an Amazon Prime seller, you can actually have your price 15% above the full merchant fulfilled seller, which this, do you see how this does not say Prime next to it? This does not say Prime next to it, and still have the buy box 100% of the time. So when somebody goes and clicks Add to Cart, Amazon will automatically, add the cheapest price, right? Unless you actually go and you say, okay, I want this, or I want that, or I want that. Like somebody doesn't mind it's used, they're trying to save $6, $7, so they'll go and click that. Otherwise, when you're on the outside and you just click Add to Cart, it'll actually add the cheapest one, right? And you want to have the buy box 100% of the time. Now, let me show you exactly what it looks like on the back end. So we're actually going to go ahead and go briefly into my store. So I don't only private label, I also do retail arbitrage, and I actually help stores and wholesalers and other businesses list their product on Amazon. So that's something that I'll be going over, just in a separate video in a different day. So this is actually I'm listing some items for like a smoke shop, right? And this is some of their products. So this is not my product. All I do is I'm the middleman, right? What I do is I list their products. We fulfill it ourselves. So when we get an order, I send my order to the guy's shop, or if I have multiple items, I'll just go there. I'll package it, I'll wrap it up, and then I'll send it over. He's actually a cousin of mine. But so this is how it looks like. So now you see how this right here is an item, right? It's an item that we're selling, but it's not just us. There are multiple. So when you go on it, it will look like something like this right here. It would look like multiple sellers, but we're not selling. So this is a Starbuzz brand. So Starbuzz isn't the actual seller. Starbuzz is a distributor. They're the manufacturer. So they make those and then they distribute them to warehouses, and then the warehouse sell them to stores, smoke shops, things like that, hookah lounges, whatever. And so Starbuzz isn't an actual seller, so there's a listing up there, and then there are multiple sellers, and then we are one of them, or I am one of them, and then I just have my price on there. So what you want is when you come to lowest price, you always want to have this, because that means we have the buy box 100% of the time, right? And you always want to have the buy box 100% of the time. And then let's say somebody drops their price lower than us, it says buy box. So if somebody drops the price lower than us, it'll say here, lowest is this much, you want to match it. And then you either want to match it or you want to go lower below it. Now what I do here, because this product is very competitive, there are 10, 15 different sellers. What I do is, let's say the lowest guy is at $34.99. I won't go at $34.95. I'll go at $34.99. And what happens in this case is that when Amazon, when somebody orders, so let's say there's two sellers and then they're both at the same price, right? So if let's say there are 3 customers, so customer A will come and then it'll get, let's say it'll add a product of mine. Customer B will come, it'll add product of theirs, the other person, and then customer C will come and it'll again go back to me. So just like that, if you guys are the same price. But because what happens is if you try to keep cutting them, they cut you lower and then there's not enough profit. So what I do is I find a couple sellers that are within within the same niche, saying selling the same products everywhere. They're like all over the place, and then I'll go and match their price. That way I'm kind of just sharing the buy box. I'm not taking away from them because it'll be just competition is too much. It's like you won't win, right? You'll win one day and then you won't win another day, and you have to be on top of it and just kind of adding things all day long. So anyways, this is what it looks like. This is what a hijacker is. Now, getting rid of hijackers. If, let's say, your listing looks like that, and then there is, it says like for used or whatnot, and you want to get rid of them, typically what I would do is I would actually go on here and then I would send them a direct message, say, hey, you are on my listing, I need you to move within 24 hours, and kind of, sound very professional, as if it was written by a lawyer or something, and then, let it sound like you're threatening them, right? And then let's say if they don't respond within a day or two, typically, give them 3-4 days to respond, because once again, a lot of the times they are not in the U.S. They're a different time zone. It might be like on the other side of the world or something. So when it's day here, it's night there, whatever. So give them some time to respond. If they don't respond within, let's say, 4 or 5 days, send another message. If they don't respond within 2 days, then what you do is you contact Amazon. You call Seller Central, and you tell them, hey, this is what's happening. Most of the time, Amazon will respond right away and then get things taken care of. Sometimes they will require you to actually place an order. So what I do is I place an order, I order their product, have it shipped to me, and then I always have at least a sample of my product, because I always like to take professional pictures for my listing. So whenever, as soon as one product is ready, I have my manufacturer send me a unit to me, or while they're sending it to the warehouses, they send one to me also. And so what I do is I'll take a picture of their product, I'll take a picture of my product, and then be like, hey, look, my product has my logo, it has my design, has everything. Their product does not. Now, if their product also has your logo, then that's a big deal. I mean, you're gonna sue the shit out of them, right? But most of the time, they're selling a similar product, their own brand and stuff like that. You just send it to Amazon, and then they'll take it down immediately. So this is how to do it. You could jump the first step of contacting them and just contact Amazon right away. But I've always found success with I've only had to deal with problem twice, maybe 3 times. But really, I just send a message within 2 days. They just take it down. Don't even respond. They just take it down. They get scared, and then I kind of got good at, what to type and what to say. I sound firm. I sound, threatening, and I say, you gotta get the hell out of my freaking listing, because nobody's about to share my buy box. I did not work this hard for your ass to come and just share my buy box. So anyways, guys, this is about what hijackers are, who they are, how they get on your listing, how you can get rid of them. Be sure that you're always, paying attention to where it says, like that. And if it says like lowest or more than one seller, like you're not the lowest, that means there's a hijacker. Always check your listings very often to make sure that there are no hijackers, because the last thing you want is your sales to all of a sudden disappear or drastically decrease because there's another person sharing the buy box with you. So anyways, this is it about hijackers. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. I'll be talking about buy box and how to win it 100%. Also, if you still have any questions, if you have any concerns, there's a link at the bottom for my website. Do contact me, or just leave a comment in the comments below. Let me know if there's anything you want me to go over or cover. Subscribe to my channel, as I post daily videos about Amazon FBA and other topics when requested. Once again, guys, this is Basharket2. Hit the thumbs up button, like the video, and thank you very much for watching. I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.